This is championship weekend. It is the Midwest Rugby Union Championship 15s 2025. I am John Broker, joined by Darian Lovelace for this D3 matchup between the Chicago Blaze and the Detroit Tradesmen. Darian, great day for rugby here in Chicago.
Just a big day here in the Midwest for both sides. I mean, alone, I think that the Midwest has really taken rugby and really led by the forefront here. So exciting matchup between the two teams, the Chicago Blaze versus the Detroit Tradesmen. They've met many times before, but this time it's for everything, John. So a lot to play for here for both sides.
Yeah, the Blaze are out of Carfu, the Chicago Area Rugby Football Union, and out of the Michigan League are the Detroit Tradesmen, have come up on top. Teams are getting ready to go here. All this rugby this weekend brought to you by Next Level Rugby in association with the Midwest Rugby Union. It is going to be the Blaze in red and white. Running from right to left on your screen and running from left to right are going to be the Detroit Tradesmen. Two great programs out here in this Midwest area. We're just about ready to get underway here. 80 minutes of rugby action. This is field one. There are two fields all weekend.
And there's your boy Jeff Steele on the ground, always looking professional and ready to rumble, John.
We're also going to get to see Jeff Steele play a little rugby later, starting tight head for the Chicago Lions this afternoon.
Get out of here.
I am serious about that.
I didn't know that there was going to be celebrities here today. Okay. Lock in, everybody.
All right, we're ready to go. Tradesmen just taking a little time. I think we're just wiring up the referee here. So great stuff coming. So while we are just waiting for a little technical thing, here on field one, we're going to have the Chicago Blaze versus Detroit Tradesmen. Following this, women's D1 championship, Chicago North Shore and the Pittsburgh Forge. And then at 2 p.m. Central is going to be the Chicago Lions versus St. Louis Bombers, men's D1. And then a special Thunderbird Cup, Midwest Thunderbirds versus the Chicago Hounds. Over. Looks like the Tradesmen are kicking off here, Darian.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got to wonder what the game plan is going to be for both sides. I mean, you've got to play it based off of what opponent is in front of you here, and they've really been able to build momentum, both the Tradesmen and the Blaze, as they've led up to their championship campaign here. But I think the name of the game right here, especially whenever it's the championship fields, is just about putting on pressure and taking it off of yourself here. I think right now with the Tradesmen starting off in the forefront, if they can put a lot of pressure on that Blaze side and really start off with a bang, then they can really, I mean, just show what they're capable of and really make a statement off of this kickoff.
Certainly can. Again, just waiting on the ref mic here. Bring you some more of this action.
Robotic. Yes. Better? Is that better? Okay.
The robot could just be me.
All right, I think we sound a little better here. Technical issues taken care of. We want to bring you the best we can here. Look at a player on the Blaze. Happy. He's ready to play. That's
we're talking about bringing.
We're good.
I was just fixing to say we're talking about bringing the best rugby to you. We've got one down here. I think that's the Lock, who's got himself a nice little man bun. We've got some chin handlebars going on here. So, I mean, Chicago Blaze are all out in full swing today.
They are all about it. And they're about to receive the ball. It looks like we're ready to get underway here. Assistant referee all mic'd up. Set to referee. Assistant referees ready to go.
White, we good?
Just about to get underway.
We good, White?
Patrick White is going to handle this one.
We're still waiting.
Don't get this move.
Good. Time on.
Time is on. Little headstand going on, and we are underway in this D3 championship. hanging ball. Little cloud cover here in
Here, back foot,
Chicago
back foot,
area
back foot,
today.
back foot.
Ball comes back to the Tradesmen right away, ready to go. Detroit Tradesmen, first set of forwards going. Ball away from Kevin Muto. He's at the number 9. Ball
Backwards
slips in
play.
behind into the hands of Quinn Murray. Quinn Murray meets a couple defenders after stepping one, but he's going backwards, has to get himself to the ground, and does
Blue, keep
so.
our feet, please. Taking
Little
back.
kick over the top there. Ball's rolling inside the 22.
White, retreat. 9, retreat.
Inside. Go the Blaze. That one is knocked on down by the Tradesmen. We're going to go down first scrum of the game here, Darian, for the Chicago Blaze off a little Tradesman error there.
Well, and that was off of Muto, the scrum half there.
9,
After a
actively retreat,
really
please, in
good
front of the
start
kick.
that
Thank
came
you.
in for the Tradesmen,
Blue,
we saw
push.
them right off of the kickoff get that receipt there and really start working into the pattern play. But the moment that it went to the backs, we saw a lot of mishandling errors, a lot of it coming out from the jump here, and a beautiful kickback. Muto just kind of put himself under a lot of pressure there. Tradesmen are really going to have to dial down a little bit.
Give me a strong.
Bind.
A referee fight to bring this first scrum together.
Steady.
Ball at the feet of Heinrichs.
Let's reset.
Scrum has gone down. Need a little safety here, Darian. The ref is going to bring this one back up.
Try over here.
Looks like the grass might be a little muddy down there. So referee just decided to move it to the right. But, I mean, a big focus here on both sides at the front row as far as angles and getting a good bind on. Already the first scrum's collapsed. So referee's going to be a little bit skeptical about that front row just as they test each other out. So important to maintain discipline there for the scrums.
Renee Salinas to put this one in. 30-year-old from West Aurora gets us underway. Ball's at number 8's feet. Going to go to the back line here. A little bit high there. Not quite the pass I would have wanted. First it went back, then it went forward. Referee's going to bring it up. We're going to have yet another scrum early on in the game here. This time to the Tradesmen.
Now that's twice now for the backs that we've seen handling errors happen, and it just seems to be they're feeling a lot of pressure there off of the scrum. That was a beautiful break off by the back row to really put the pressure on there against the fly half, and then from there the pass just goes a little bit wayward here. We're only about 3 minutes gone, but the standards of handling need to increase for both back lines on the Blaze and the Tradesmen.
Muto will get us started here. Some Dearborn Heights, went to the University of Wyoming for a year. Radiology technician. Ball into the centers here for the Tradesmen. Little ball outside, nice pass. Gonna shift that one back in. Simi Mwala takes it in. Ball back to Muto.
Wide out!
Staying up there is Sam Lilly. Penalty against the Blaze. Referee fight had told them he wanted them to move, but didn't get it. So the ball's in the hands of Josh Clement. Clement gets it again. They're out a little wider. Good work here. Ball from Adam Saad. Gets it out to the wing, and first try coming. Detroit Tradesmen. Looks like Ahmad Harajli scored that one. Played with the USA Sevens a couple of times. Playing with the Tradesmen. Get the first 5 points on the board here in this D3 final.
Everybody on the Tradesmen got a piece of that cake off of that try there. Beautiful offloads, making sure that they were in a good position to be able to finish their work there. Clement instantly goes quick off of it because he sees the overloads there. They've got loads of Tradesmen on the left-hand side and a beautiful straightening line from Allen, and then the support from Clement to wrap around the work rate that the Tradesmen showed by flooding that left-hand channel. I mean, their game plan seems to be that they're trying to find the overloads in the space because they've got finishers that can finish it.
Kick to come here from Adam Saad. Dearborn, Michigan player. Coaches the Loyola High School rugby team. Trying to do his team proud today, and that one is good. So we're at 7-0 to the Tradesmen early on here.
Yes. Yes.
He ran behind you, and you didn't even kick it.
Behind the mark's okay.
Yeah, but he didn't even tap it. He just ran. Understood. So I just wanted to tell you.
No one called it in, so they might have saw the tap. I was fine with it. He was behind. Understood.
Little law discussion going on here, as there always is. We are at the Chicago Blaze Rugby facility. They're about to kick off in Lamont, Illinois. Sorry.
Let's have it, 10.
It's all about planting the seeds, John. You know, maybe if he can just get a little gnat in the referee's ear, then maybe he can get a penalty of some sort.
Working with somebody who loves her referees, Darian Lovelace. She'll tell you all about it as the ball goes forward there. George Dari Jr. takes it in for the Tradesmen. Up with a 7-point lead, looking outside again. Runners coming in the middle. Nice little handoffs there. Derek Fraser has it. He's still alive, the big number 8.
White hold.
There comes Saad. Has that little sideways run. Can open up a gap sometimes.
No rock,
Not that
fine,
time.
No rock.
Gonna give that one away
Blue back.
to the Blaze. And Blaze happy to take this one.
Blue away. Hold white. Use it. Right, hold blue. Use.
Penalty against the Tradesmen this time.
22.
Going to be a scrum here, or penalty, excuse me, for the Blaze.
Not rolling.
Yeah, the Chicago Blaze got a little lucky there. Typically, whenever you've got a turnover, which was beautiful, I mean, what a way to put himself in the passing lane there to get the intercept, but just taking a pot and then running it right into the guts of the defense is going to put your team under a lot of pressure there. They should have moved it. I mean, they get the penalty and they do get the territory, which works in favor of them, but the decision making for Chicago Blaze, they've got to increase the right decisions at the right time.
5-player lineout coming here. They go right up to the middle looking for Kevin Marmo, but it comes down to the Tradesmen. Detroit on the move again. Quick whistle, however. Penalty. Referee says players coming in and not supporting their own weight. They're coming off onto the ball. So another penalty here for the Blaze.
Maybe that little bit from Bell whispering a little bit into referee's ear kind of made him a little bit hyper aware, but we are seeing the Tradesmen really flood in at ruck time. I think they're seeing some vulnerability there because the body height isn't necessarily great from the Blaze, but like you said, John, you've got to maintain your weight. There was very obvious that they were killing the speed of the ball, but, you know, Chicago Blaze, they've got to win set piece.
Chapchik Schuler gets that one down in the middle of the field, and the Blaze, a good hard run. You see the 22 right in the background there. Salinas looking for another runner and finds one. Ball out there to Heinrichs.
Blue, hold. Hold here, blue. Hold. Use it.
Looking for some more forwards. The Detroit Tradesmen slowed that down just a little, and that one gets turned over. But another penalty and a referee fight. It's going to have a little conversation here with the Tradesmen captain. We will listen in.
We have not rolling. We're diving off. And we have no release here, playing the ball back. Clean up the ruck or else we're going to go down to 14.
Darian, pretty clear instructions from the referee.
Yeah, you don't have to question what he meant. I mean, he said what he said, and he's got a point here, right? The Tradesmen now, I mean, they've committed 3 penalties, and 3 different ones, mind you, which means that the lack of discipline is pretty much across the board here. They've got to make those standards higher here, especially seeing as how referee is not afraid to go in the pocket. Like you said, John made it very clear. So when it comes to ruck, it might be better for them to get everybody on their feet and defensively launch rather than throwing in the cavalry at the ruck.
Ball sails over the top, and Blue came in and took the space. We have another infraction here, so as the referee said, those are mounting up right now. Tradesmen going to have to be careful.
It's okay, we're good. Hold, hold.
Salinas moves it out there, a little wraparound pass to the hands of Vidal Martinez. He gets taken down and come back in the other direction, but referee says that's fine. The Tradesmen piling in over that one, forced a knockout. It'll be a Tradesmen scrum. Opportunity to get out of their own zone here.
And maintaining really good pressure and maintaining the discipline there as well, right? They went for body and not for ball, and that makes a really big difference there. They put the Blaze under a lot of pressure, and after multiple attempts now, they just aren't able to get past this, it seems like, unbreakable defense of the Tradesmen.
Crouch.
Scrum, Muto has the ball.
Bind. Set. Steady.
Breaking off the back is Fraser. Puts a little pressure there on Dari Jr. Ball gets kicked around. We have that first knockout. We'll come back here for a scrum to the Chicago Blaze.
Yeah, right. And you can even see people walking around saying, like, I dare somebody to pick up that ball, right? I mean, just a lot going on there. But it all started with some really good pressure that came off of the scrum from the Chicago Blaze back row. I mean, right now, that connection that's coming in from Lamberton and Heinrichs really made it so that 10-12 crash just could not happen. And they knocked the ball on. Again, with this opportunity, they've got to get some points on the board. Now, Tradesmen are up 7-0.
Bind. Set.
Ball coming in here from the Blaze. Nice drive. Referee keeping the Tradesmen on side. They're going to go off to the left-hand side here. Ball out to Borchardt. Can't handle it. That one gets pushed out wide and knocked on. Story of the day so far. A number of knock-ons at inconvenient times. So we'll have a Tradesman scrum now.
Truly a lack of depth that came in from that set piece play. You want your first initial attacker to really take it to the line to draw the defenders in, but those last two, he had the 2v1. But the problem was right there we saw, it looked like that might have been an injection that came in from McDonald, the number 15, but he's got to hold his depth more there. If he had given himself maybe 2 to 3 more seconds, that ball would have gotten off and possibly been some 5.
Bind.
Little squeeze early there from the Blaze, trying to put some pressure on. Scrum going backwards, but able to get it away. Are the Tradesmen under pressure? Steps one, not going to get too much distance here. So it'll be a line out for the Blaze inside the 22. Darian, they have spent a lot of time down here without points. Some from their own mistakes, some from penalties on the other team. But the Blaze need 5 here.
Yeah, and they need it really bad. Right there, we saw the Tradesmen. I mean, within 3 minutes, they were able to put 7 on the board. And when a team has an edge like that, you've got to answer back quickly, or else it's going to be a long 80 minutes.
That one taken away by the Tradesmen again. Tradesmen looking strong in there. That's Sam Lilly takes that down. He's from Grey Shot, England. Went to Worcester University.
Hold. Blue retreat.
Tradesmen pushing that one downfield, keeping it in. It rolls. Jaden Miller.
No, blue away. Thank you to all balls here.
Referee telling those players to get away. Ball is up there to
blue.
Arthur Bell.
Move for me, we're good. Thank
Army
you.
veteran, father of 4. Hello to the Bell family.
Time is off. No clear release in the tackle assist. Too many ruck penalties. 14 were off.
That's going to be Ahmad Harajli is going to take a 10-minute break here for the Tradesmen. Referee just had too many penalties around the breakdown.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, he said that he had clearly released it, and I've got to say I respectfully disagree there. That was pretty obvious that he didn't release the tackler there, and I mean, it's a fair call. He wouldn't have been sent to timeout had his teammates not committed 4 other penalties in the course of this 5-minute stint where referee has really been asking for them to leave the breakdowns alone, and if they do go in, to make sure it's a clear pick. Right now, they're just not giving that, and referee is like, if you think I'm playing with y'all, somebody's going to sit, and unfortunately, it's going to have to be the number 14.
So let's see what the Blaze can do with a 1-player advantage here. Win that lineup. They've had a little trouble in that area. Going wide immediately, trying to take care of that, but ball gets knocked down. Borchardt.
As a forward, John, I don't know how to say this, but if backs can't catch a ball, then I think it's fair for us to take them outside, because right now both sides here just are not catching the ball here, and if you're a back, that's your job. And time again right now, Chicago Blaze and the Tradesmen, their scrum are having to pack down, and that racks up, especially in the last 20 minutes where you might need some extra points on the board here. Just the standard of passing, it's going to work for them better if they buy themselves some more time. Both of the back lines need so much more depth to be able to create the pictures that they want.
The temperatures, kind of in the high 50s, low 60s here today, and a bit of a cloud cover, so handling shouldn't be an issue. As that one gets pushed downfield, but directly in a touch So the Blaze will have another line out while they're a player up.
Here we are. Yep. Out here.
And they get further down into this end, right? They're past the 50, which buys them a lot of territory. It looks like they're about 10 meters outside of the 22, so not very far to go here. And the Tradesmen, like you said, they are down a player. They're down a wing, so they've got to move the ball wide, and they have to catch the ball.
Timing's good. Timing's good.
Ball out, knocked back by the Tradesmen. Little soccer kick out there. Gets it to the wing, and they step Tradesmen. One player short, but ball in hand, ripped away by the Blaze, but illegally so. So they get to wear down some clock here, do the Tradesmen. They're going to push this downfield and look for some territory.
White player's not on the ball, then he ripped it.
And the Blaze now getting a taste of the medicine as well here. Both sides, I mean, we're not even 15 minutes gone, and we've had almost about 9 penalties alone. So almost about like, I mean, I'm no mathematician, but about a penalty a minute here. It's just stopping the play, really decreasing the standard here. And all it does is it just makes you frustrated because you can't play. So the way that we do that, we increase the standards and we take the time here. I don't know, John, everything just feels very rushed and chaotic from both sides.
Yeah, both teams just trying to push this one a little bit. The Tradesmen with the lead here got that early try, but now we're about 16 minutes in. The ball goes up and down there into the hands of Sam Lilly. Lilly's going to take that one forward. Dummy switch, ball in the middle of the field. Another ruck here, but very few players on that wraparound side there. So Adam Saad is going to push that downfield. It's going to wind up nearly in the hands of one of the Tradesmen players, but was it knocked forward? It was indeed by the Tradesmen. So Scrum inside their own 22 for the Blaze. They've just spent the better part of 10 minutes in the other half of the field. Didn't come away with points. Going to have to work a little harder from all the way down here.
Yeah, the Blaze almost got real sad off of that, little chip and chase that came in. I think that was from the fly half Saad, who really just, I mean, decided that he was going to do it himself. But again, they get another moment to breathe and fight again. They've got to find a way, though, to maintain possession.
Ball away. Salinas moves it. Dummy run there. Not an obstruction. Referee's happy with it. Inside their own 22 still.
No force. Play on. Hold here. Hold. Use White. We're outside. Taken back. White retreat.
Taken back in, the referee says. So the player cannot kick this directly in a touch. It'd be a line out coming all the way back, but Saad has it. He puts a little grubber through there, rolling. It's going to be a Blaze throw, not a 50-22. He was just in front of the 50 there, but good territory play there from the Tradesmen.
Just leave the ball. Yep.
And it's smart of the fly half to go to the boot and continuously put the Blaze down in this end. Again, they're still down a player, and they still, I think, have about 5 minutes left on this yellow card. So a lot of time left here. But, I mean, if you're the Chicago Blaze and you keep getting down in this end, it is so disappointing if you can't get points on the board with somebody in the bend.
Ball knocked around a couple of times again here. A referee saw the knockout. We're going to have a scrum here for the Blaze deep inside their own 22. 18 minutes gone in this one.
Seconds. Seconds.
Crouch. Seek. Bind. Set.
Ball in from the Blaze. Salinas is at the back. It's going to taken off there by Heinrichs. Quickly tackled. Ball back inside their try zone. Getting some more room here. Not finding touch. Saad. Been a good operator so far. Goes to the boot again. Gets it inside. Mark called. So free kick here for the Blaze.
Mark was called. Give me 10, Blue. Enough. Enough. I didn't say you did. I just said enough. Here we are.
Oh, wait.
White, hold your line. Hold, White.
Oh.
That's not even speaking a word, Darren. Getting on the ref's bad side there. Fairly impressive.
Yeah, you know, it takes serious talent, and everybody has one on their team. Everybody does. You know exactly who it is. And if you don't, then it's probably you.
That's a maul!
Ball here, ball straight, but it was contested initially, but player wasn't there, so they're just going to play on. Everybody wants to see a little rugby here. Good drive from the Tradesmen, working their way forward here. Away they go. Muto gets it in the middle of the field. A little wraparound run there from Quinn Murray. Again, a pass, not really what the players would want. Rolls in a touch, should be a blaze line out here just outside the 40-meter line of the Detroit Tradesmen.
We'll make sure we're getting 5 for me, please.
That is really tough to justify there. I mean, they had the line speed. They got the line break off of it. There was no need to throw it that far back. We're talking about depth, but it's about using it at the right times there. They should have flattened up the attack. And then the ball just, I mean, really didn't even seem to have a target there from the Tradesmen.
Fine play.
Ball taken, a little change of tactic there from the Blaze. Players got on the ground, so they have to release him here.
Hold.
Big Arthur Bell steps into the scrum half position. And away go the Blaze. Little tip pass works well, but a little isolated there. Going to have to get some support. Here come the Blaze. They're right at midfield. A good drive from the Tradesmen. Kicked forward and through to a player that was offsides. So we're going to come back. It's going to be a penalty. Referee seems a little tired of both of these teams at the moment.
Blue kicking through.
And not for anything, but I mean, the calls that he is making, there's not one that, to me, seems debatable. I mean, all of them are fair calls there here. And all he's asking is for these players to pay attention to what they're doing when they go in at contact. All of these penalties that we're seeing are at ruck time. And if you're a team that keeps committing the penalties, then find ways to kind of shape it up. We haven't seen the Tradesmen really with much possession since prior to the yellow card. And the Blaze just, I mean, their handling has really done a number on them for these first 20 minutes.
Blaze, another line out. Have had a little challenge here from the Tradesmen. Come down with that one just fine. Salinas gets the way in the middle of the field. The hole opens up. Ed Smith working his way through inside the 22. Fly half tackled by fly half. Bell again, what a scrum half he can be. Ball comes up. Eric Japchik-Schuler.
Let it come, hold blue.
Now Salinas has it again. This time to Bell. Bell looking for somebody to hand off to there. Is going to keep that one alive. Down to the ground they go. Salinas.
Away, blue! Yeah, he's out, he's out, we're good. Hold here. Blue out!
Little pick and go. Blaze looking to get the 5 on the board, looking to tie this one up. Working their way towards the post.
Hold blue.
Bell again. Just outside the try line. And over and in go the Chicago Blaze. We will get you a number of that player, but it's 7-5. Kick to come. This can tie it up 22 minutes in. Great work there from the Chicago Blaze in tight, Darian.
Yeah, it looks like that might have been the dynamic duo of the front row there. I mean, we heard Bell's name a lot whenever he kind of showed up there to get the pick and goes moving, get that forward momentum there. And I want to say that was Jason Shaw, the number 1 that scored, but we'll get you the number here soon. It just goes to show that the forwards for the Chicago Blaze side are really putting in some serious work here. And I think now they're starting to realize that patience is a virtue for them. Right there, we saw the fly half really take his time there in the middle. Smith, he's about to take this kick. And I mean, right now it's all about points here. These 2 points really matter.
And 10.
Ed Smith from Naperville, Illinois. Went to Illinois State University. Hits that one. We're all tied up. And he says his favorite Pokemon is Dragonite. I'm not sure if that means something to you, Darian.
It means something to everybody if you're a Pokemon fan. So I mean, my brother's right now in the park playing some Pokemon, and he's a grown man. But what we need to talk about is these grown men here. The Chicago Blaze really sending in all of the troops there. They know what it meant to get some points on the board before that
You're welcome.
yellow card comes in. He should be coming in here very shortly. So then the Tradesmen will be back to full strength. But now 7-7, and it seems like the teams after 23 minutes are finally starting to settle in. And John, I think that the number 14 for the Tradesmen might be back on, so they're at full strength.
Advantage, lost forward by
Rogely,
blue.
there he is, making a tackle right there. Got to be careful. Almost an early high tackle as soon as he's back in the game. Salinas going to go to the ground.
Hold. Advantage gained.
Partially tipped there, so ball is to the Tradesmen. Into the hands of Derek Fraser. Fraser turns upfield. He's from Troy, Michigan.
Here, Eric, here. White back, white back.
Back this time to Sam Lilly.
Boys, it's away. They're on.
Little kick pass across. They're looking for it here. It's going to come down. Did it get knocked on? The referee and assistant referee conferring.
Yep, thank you. Art, we're knocked forward into touch. What would you like? You like the scrum? White scrum.
Give me scrum here to the Blazers. Knocked forward into touch, so they
down by
get
blue
the
on the
choice
gather.
whether they want the
Into
line
touch,
out or the
scrum
scrum.
chosen.
So wisely, the way they've been playing, they're going to take the scrum.
Pardon?
Yeah, and their scrum, I mean, really has been super dominant there from the jump. I think I gave credit to Shaw earlier for that try, and I think it was Almodovar that was able to get that the number 2 there. But this front row for the Chicago Blaze really knows how to, stoke the fire, sink down into their position, and keep the Tradesmen honest off of the set piece.
Bind! Set!
25 minutes gone, all tied up here in this D3 Midwest Championship matchup. A little tougher this time. Tradesmen do a good job. So they're at their 22.
No hands! No hands! No!
The referee telling players to not touch the ball, but going to stop, whistle.
16. 16, come here. 16, come here. Stay here. Boys, time is off. I don't need you. We're good. I've already warned you about many penalties at the ruck. I've already sent someone off, and we have 16 going far past the ruck. Yeah, figure it out. We're done.
Can I ask a question though?
Quickly.
The penalty we got for kicking it through, yes, it's a drive through. So we were just driving through there.
He's 5 meters past the ruck. That's not driving through. Leave
But
him.
if he's okay.
Back, 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 back.
Referee tends to win those arguments, Darian.
Yeah, he's got the cards, so literally all of them. We can't argue anything with this referee. And I mean, for good reason. Was it a little bit too saucy? 1,000%. And I do think that now, I mean, the standards for the Tradesmen, they have to increase because it just seems like referee is not going to be afraid to go to this pocket multiple times if it means that the standard and the respect for both sides increases. And it needs to.
And you can hear the referees having to address the Tradesmen a lot more for a little bit of back chat and things like that. They really got to watch it. I mean, a good referee, they don't do the bad side thing, but you can certainly be the person they have to talk to more and weighs in. As the ball goes away for the Tradesmen now, they are working their way forward. That's a big, powerful run. That's Hudson.
Play on.
Comes back across, looking out wide, Rogely.
Tackle, white out. Ball's available. Ball's available. Hold, boys.
The referee said the ball is available. Blaze try to work it and get it, but the Tradesman still on the move. Danny Leatherman takes that one in. Sam Lilly, his second row partner, played about 7 years of professional rugby and around the world. Ball comes out now to Saad. Saad gets to the fullback Quinn Murray. Murray.
Hold white, hold white. Hold, use it!
Slowed down the ball. Muto finds a runner in Lilly.
Use it, blue! Hold white. Use it, blue!
Player hit pretty hard there. You can hear from the voice. Sounds like we have a bit of an injury coming here.
We have direct head-to-head contact, but White was changing angle, so it's going to be a yellow card for the head-to-head contact from number 8, White.
Gonna have a yellow card here to the number 8. That is Justin Heinrichs. Nothing really in that, Darian. Just head-to-head contact. Has to be something. Referee said there was mitigation, so it is not going to be a red card. So yellow card. 10 minutes in the bid now for the Blaze.
Quiet.
I hope that none of these players out here are lactose intolerant, because there's a lot of cheese going around here,
Boys,
right?
time to
2
move
yellow
on.
cards now, 1 for the Tradesmen. Chicago Blaze also get some of that as well. And I mean, we're
11.
about 3 minutes away from being 30 minutes
Yes.
into the first half. A lot of drama here, and a lot at
We
stake for
tapping?
these
Wait for my
players.
whistle,
I
we
mean,
tapping?
to say that a rugby
Yes, hold
player
on.
isn't passionate would be a total disservice. I mean, these players come out and do a lot every week, so it means everything to them.
Saad nearly takes that one, has to step back in. Blaze are in and over it. Pick and go.
Away,
Here
White.
come the
Back
trade.
foot, White. Discipline here,
Up a
White. Good.
player. Another little pick.
Hold here. Hold,
Looking
White.
for this space.
Tackle!
DJ Pineo takes that
Oh,
one.
good,
Pick and
good.
go from the wing.
Use it, Blue!
Now the forwards are back in.
Short, away! Hold.
All coming to the backs here. Saad has it. Line a run down the middle. Look to put Derek Fraser through, but he gets held up. Wider, Saad looks again. Does a space open up for him? It does not. Good defense there from the Blaze to hold that player out. Muto
Roll, White, no! 9 away!
into the
away.
centers. A pick and go here.
Tackle, White out, no!
That's Sam
away.
Lilly. He can't quite make it there. We're going to come back. It's going to be a penalty against the Tradesmen. Player in an offsides position there. Interesting call.
Feet are in front. I'm giving you the penalty. Yep.
It looked
Yeah,
like
both teams
because
have
of
the
the
ball,
fact
so
that
it's
the
offside.
ball was kind of placed in front, it's based off of who had the last play in that, and it looked like the ball was kind of dead and at the base of the ruck, and then the player who came in, I wasn't able to get the number, but it looks like he might have come in from the offsides position rather than coming behind and then picking the ball up. We'd have to get more of a replay on it, but referee just not happy with the entry nor the finish from the Tradesmen. So they get a penalty, and the Chicago Blaze get a big boot down the way and well out of the red zone.
Quickly, White, quickly! Use the line, Blue, use the line.
Ball up, tipped back there by Japchik Schuler. Having to step. Dangerous days here. Putting the ball in the middle, but a nice break.
Advantage.
Penalty advantage here to the Blaze again.
Hold.
Well tackled there.
Penalty advantage, White.
Rudy Dedo the third took that one in. Blaze outside the 22 now through Jason Shaw. Little tip pass to the wing. Do they have the space and time? Went forward, so referee's going to bring it back to the original penalty. There was a free play for the Chicago Blaze.
14 offside at the ruck.
You know, with the tactic, I think that the Tradesmen really want to contest at ruck time, and there are some times that they have been successful there, but they're not understanding where they need to be. It's very erratic and very rushed, and so rather than rushing in there and getting the offsides penalties that the referee seems to be very hypercritical of, they've got to give themselves some time and make sure that they're making the right decision here. I mean, we're talking about nearly 100 meters given to the Blaze through the Tradesmen's penalties. So they've got to clean up the standard of play around ruck time.
Ball up the middle line out, well taken there by Kevin Marmo.
Leave it.
Little short pass, the hole opens up. This is a big break for the Blaze, looking for support. Doesn't quite see it, going to go long with this one. Bounces into Blaze hands. Did it go forward? It looked like it did. Knock on, initially looks like by the Tradesman there. So it should be a scrum to the Chicago Blaze. I missed that one. I thought it was a knock on by the Blaze, but referee fight. Obviously in a much better position.
Timing was fine on that tackle, not a problem.
No, the ball kind of got bobbled up there a few times. He tried to go over the top, and then, I mean, good job on the Tradesman for getting in there, because if it would have gone over, I mean, that would have been a sure 5, and it looks like, I'm not sure what number that was, but he's down after a pretty big knock that came in from the Tradesman.
Early up on the line out. Say it again. Gotcha. Yep, I've already free kicked them once. I'll talk about the next one. Yep.
Somebody getting attended to here. Team's going to take a quick water break. 9 minutes to go in this first half. All tied up here at Midwest D3 Rugby Championship. As we said on field one here, following this game, Chicago North Shore versus Pittsburgh Forge, the Women's D1 Championship. Darian will be on play-by-play with Lance, the Great American Rugby Kavanaugh. Then Lance and I will do Chicago Lions versus St. Louis Bombers Men's D1. Thunderbird Cup, the Midwest Thunderbirds versus the Chicago Hounds. A little all-star rugby action coming your way.
It's a light scrum.
Oof, and the heart is beating, and he's up and moving. It looks like he might have just gotten a shot to, my dad loves to call it McRib sandwiches, when you try and do that over-the-top pass, and then somebody catches you at the right time.
Ooh.
Oh, my Lanta. Ow. Ow.
6 and 7 and
Ouch.
6 on the yellow, 7 and
Ooh. And, I mean, that's a textbook tackle here, as he just folds him like a lawn chair and then lands on top. I wish that we could see how he landed, though, with the shoulders.
It takes him
But
just a little above the horizontal there, but not intentionally. Just the force of it all.
well, look, he's up, and that is
He's
all
ready to
that
go.
matters after that one. Youch.
Salinas gets that ball in. Martinez in the number 8 position.
Use it.
Going to come back to Bell.
Tackle.
Bell, in tight carrier for this team. A little wider this time. Ball back in Martinez's hands.
Hold.
8 minutes to go in this first half.
No blue.
Salinas finds some runners. Can the Blaze get some more points before half? Get the ball up in the hands of Shaw. Shaw takes the ground. Good work to nearly try to rip that away, but they get the ball a little wider this time. Pass back in. Looked like it was knocked forward there by a Tradesmen player, possibly intentionally. We might have another player taking a visit to the naughty chair. We'll have a discussion here.
For the knock-on was on, give a number on that player. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. We're just going to do a penalty. For knockdown. Knock on, knockdown.
Tradesmen better feel pretty lucky for that we don't have TMO, but we're getting there. Don't worry.
We're getting there.
But yeah, unfortunately, it just looked like he wasn't able to get the numbers. But that was, I mean, an obvious knock on by one of the tradesmen there, and so they get, I mean, time and time again, keep on getting shots down in the tradesman red zone.
Ball goes to Bell. One player goes at a leg.
Hold.
Stanley. Salinas has quick ball, but slows it down just a little. Comes back to this side. Looks like Christopher Lamberton taking that one in. Putting the tight phases together here. This is how they scored earlier. The Blaze are going to go back in the other direction. Looking to move it a little bit wider. Ed
No
Smith
blue, no hands.
taken in. Ball's going to be recycled. Comes through there up into Stanley's hands.
Hold. Use it!
Go by the first receiver there, out into the hands of Borchardt.
Release!
Little tip pass up there to Bell. Bell gets beat by a couple of defenders.
Use.
Space not opening up here. Double tackle from the Detroit Tradesmen centers.
Hold
So they
here.
work again. They've gone backwards just a bit. Have the Blaze. They give the ball up to Eric Japchik Schuler, Chicago native, captain of Lewis University Rugby when he was in college.
Hold blue. Ball's here.
Bell again. Bell has had a number of carries in this first half.
Blue back. Use it.
Lamberton,
No!
Irish-born
No!
player from Donegal. Ball back over to the backs. Now they're going to go a little wider. Defense up. Harajli makes a big hit on one of these Blaze wingers. They've lost a lot of ground now. Detroit trying to get into this one. Looking for a little space there is Ed Smith.
Away!
Welcome back to the Blaze.
Whatever Virgile drank on the sideline during that yellow card needs to be studied, because what was that? What was that?
He has put in some effort. Ball looking to go to the wing there for the Blaze, but it winds up into the hands of one of the Tradesmen players who knocks it on. 5 minutes to go in this first half. We're going to have a scrum here for the Chicago Blaze.
Oh, and bodies are just everywhere. I mean, we were playing rugby for about 2.5, 3 minutes straight, which, I mean, if you're out there and you're having to make those amount of hits continuously for about 3 minutes, but if you took a look what the Tradesmen did for that defensive stance, they left the ruck alone. The tackler was the only one that was coming in, slowing the ball down for just a skosh, and then they were all up on their feet, and then they were able to get that launch. With that launch came that textbook. I mean, chef's kiss. You didn't need to add anything onto it. Tackle from Virgile. And I mean, the Tradesmen right now, finally, after 35 minutes, are starting to maintain the discipline, and it worked so well for them.
Blaze. Starter play in the middle of the field. Players wrap around just a little slow here late in this half. Flat pass across the middle of the field. Kicked ahead by the Tradesmen. Recovered.
Not on the ball, leave it, don't touch it.
Blaze ball coming. Salinas. Kicks one up right in front of the posts. Plenty of time here for the Tradesmen to get this one away, and they do. We'll have a line out here for the Blaze just outside the 22.
Blue here, end of the white, set up. Keep the gap.
And I mean, about 3.5 minutes left here for either team to score. You don't want to go into halftime 7-7 here, but John, I mean, if we're going to talk about a tie ball game, this is really it between the Tradesmen and the Blades. Or the Blaze, excuse me.
Don't move.
Certainly is. Knocked down, picked up here by the Detroit Tradesmen. Zachariah Hudson. Ball out a little wider this time. Kyle Harris took that one. Now looking to go very wide, but ball tipped back over. Quinn Murray has it. Pass back in, a little disjointed here. Saad hands it up. One of his players trying to just get this set up, and they're at their own 40-meter line. The referee tells the Blaze to let that one go.
Retreat, retreat.
Just outside the 22. Chicago will return that one. Rolling near the 22 of the Tradesmen. Did it get touched by a Tradesman player is the question. No, it did not. So they're on their way. Kevin Muto, or maybe it did.
Not sure. We're good. Straight line up. We're going back for the lineup. We're going back for the lineup.
I know that the Tradesmen are frustrated because they did look like they won a quick line out, but John, seeing how slow the Tradesmen were to get back for that line out, I don't really know if it would have done them any favors there. I mean, maybe not right now, but they can thank referee for slowing that play down a little bit because, I mean, the support just was not there for either side.
Referee said final play here, so this is going to be it for the first half. Tradesmen at their own 22. Get that one up to Sam Lilly. Tradesmen driving forward, maybe looking to draw a penalty here. They come down the left-hand side. Harajli gets a pass out to the wing. Ball in the middle of the field. Saad steps out, steps in. Looking for a pass, holds onto it, gets through himself. He is away from that defender, but tackled eventually inside their other 40-meter line. Done well here, have the Tradesmen to get themselves downfield. Ball coming here from Muto. Muto gets it up, and Dari Jr. takes it into contact. Tradesmen continue to come there. That's Danny Leatherman. Up to to the big number 8, Fraser. Fraser gets a nice pass away. More points on the board here. That's Quinn Murray. The recipient of that one is Quinn Murray from Northville. Student at Adrian College. Went to Detroit Catholic Central. Scores a try here to put the Tradesmen ahead. Very end of this half. From their 22 into the try zone. Great work, Tradesmen.
Yeah, wow. And I mean, with them kind of milking the clock there, I was a little bit nervous from them there. But with a beautiful line break that came in from Saad off of that with his nice footwork, the way that he was able to manipulate the defense, and it left loads of space on the right-hand side. The Chicago Blaze just not able to keep up with the pace here. And so now, I mean, they get 12-7, and they get to go into the half with the lead.
12-7, kick to come. Saad was good with his first one. It was from a bit of an angle. Assistant referees look at it. It's got the distance, but it does not have the accuracy. So 12-7 will end the half there. Detroit Tradesmen lead the Chicago Blaze at the Blaze home field. Midwest Rugby Union Championship 15, 2025. This is the D3 Championship. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Halftime, please. We'll speak afterwards. Thank you. Preferably the game, but it's your halftime. Use it wisely. Yeah.
I have to scan a new frequency.
That makes sense. Why did you not have me at all?
No, we had you. It just sounded a little weird.
Okay.
I think it was after you got turned on. So it's not your problem. No, we're good. Thank you.
Tell me about your experience with RCT so far.
Well, I think my experience can be best described as really fun and community bonding because I meet so many new people playing the sport I love.
I wrestle and I play football, and there's nothing like rugby. You know?
Yeah, everybody that I've ever met that tries rugby just comes to one practice has ended up liking it. And I asked her like what it was, and she said like full contact, like same rules, guys and girls, and I didn't believe her. And then she was like, "Oh, come out to our practices," and I did, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to play." And then I started playing, and it was really fun.
I don't know, it's just a game that I love. It's pretty fun though, I don't know, I just love everything about it.
The laid-back atmosphere of it, we all be friends on the field and off the field.
Just the bond and the vibe from everybody is nice and builds like a lot of character.
You should play it. Play rugby. That's it.
Like how we can like beat out of each other in the game, but then we like come together after and we're just like shake hands.
Well, what do you think that is? Why is that?
I personally think it's like, it's just, we're all one community, like it's one family. We all play rugby, it's just one family.
It's a sport.
Yeah,
because if you have to have respect for the person going after you because you work hard and they have to work just as hard to handle you.
So you say that respect is probably the greatest value you can gain out of this game?
By far. Yeah. By far.
The RCT out here has been amazing. I came out here because I know that all the states out here have some great youth rugby, and I was not disappointed in any way. So saw some amazing action out here from both young men and young women, and it's looking pretty bright for our future here.
And what's your favorite part about playing rugby?
I really like the camaraderie of it, and like the game is just so physical and it's fun. It's hard, like even though it's hard
for me.
Yeah.
Rugby has helped me stay consistent, and as a woman, I feel really empowered being able to tackle people. It just changes lives.
Yo. Yes. Okay, and it doesn't sound like shit anymore?
Most girls are smart and strong and beautiful. Most girls work hard, go far, we are unstoppable. Most girls are fight to make every day. No two are the same. I wanna be like, I wanna be like.
So actually, before I started playing rugby, I was just a cheerleader for my high school, and I was very shy, nervous, and being around teammates. Rugby is a very accepting sport. I wasn't embarrassed about my body or anything. People really welcome you and actually like take your strengths and weaknesses and work with you to like make you a better person and player.
You hit each other and then you're friends.
I really like the camaraderie of it, and like the game is just so physical and it's fun.
Definitely try it. Like maybe you don't think you're the strongest, but once you go out and like you hit someone, that adrenaline is so amazing.
It's great. We all love each other. We all like hanging out at these tournaments.
Just meeting so many new people and getting to know them is just amazing. And meeting so many new friends is definitely...
Nah, one word is family. Like, you got people like you could depend on.
Probably my favorite part of playing rugby is like I can forget any problem I'm having at school or at home or just any kind of worry or burden and just like giving my all on the field. And
we all choose to come here. We don't have to be here, you know. It's just good fun coming out on a Sunday, playing, getting all together, and just great.
All right, so yeah, I think it's the fact that we can play very hard, smack each other up, boom each other, and just eat good and talk to laugh with each other after.
So, one thing that rugby's done for you?
It's brought up a lot of my confidence. I wasn't very confident in middle school, and I knew that if I wanted to become a better player, I would have to bring up my game, which I did, and I've just become so much like a better person to myself. I see myself in such a bigger light, and I'm honestly so much happier playing rugby.
I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would like be around here, to be honest. So I guess family.
New York Rugby Club is a great community because they put you around great people such as Alex, my coach Alex, and he teaches me more about rugby, how I can make my game better every day and elevate it to the next.
Nah, but like, you feel me? But like, I bet, like, you know how the hood is, so you know, like, it's crazy, like, around shooters and all that stuff. So it's just keeping me out from there, and then changing from like me got to worry about, oh, I can't walk here, instead of just changing my life and being positive and don't need to worry about anything that much.
I think people really underestimate women in sports. Like in my school, rugby, especially the girls' rugby, is really strong, and I don't think a lot of people expect that that women can have the sort of strength or like sort of drive that men can have in sports. And I mean, you can see today, like, it's pretty much even. Women want to, you know, have an outlet for physical contact or something to blow off steam just as much as men do. And they're just as physical, and we're just as, I guess, you can say aggressive as men can be, and we can be just as successful on the rugby field. So I think it just helped me learn that whatever a man can do, I can do it. It's no worries. I can do exactly what they can do.
Welcome back to the Midwest D3 Championship. Those tradesmen lead this game 12-7. Taking a look at the final try here. That's Quinn Murray's going to put this one in. John Broker with Darian Lovelace getting ready for the second half. The Blaze are going to be running from left to right on your screen. The leading Detroit Tradesmen 12-7, right to left. Darian, a lot to play for here in this second half.
And a lot of conversations I would hope would have been had at halftime there. Right now, the Chicago Blaze, they really have to talk about what they're going to do when the going gets tough and the tradesmen get tougher. They've got to band together and find ways to work through multiple phases. And the tradesmen, hopefully the coaches had a lot to say about the discipline. And hopefully they clean it up a bit so that we can actually see these teams open up the space and get ourselves a ball game.
A little slow move there for the Blaze, but the ball is in Blaze hands a little further back.
Retreat.
Players retreating there for the Blaze, but it's back in tradesman hands just at their 22. Did that get knocked on? Referee said it was fine.
Retreat, please.
Inside the 22 of the Blaze now. A little territorial kicking to start off the second half. Rajli can't make that tackle. A couple of nice steps there. Ed Smith gains a little ground.
Hold.
Pass back in. Arthur Bell.
Hold, Blue. Hold.
Looking to make a little ground here. They're at their own 40-meter line. Good momentum. Ball squirts out there into the hands of Rene Salinas. Has to take that one in himself, but makes some yards. Gets across midfield. The Blaze slow and methodical at the moment, but certainly getting it done. Down by 5 points. That Quinn Murray late try, a little show. Ball gets knocked forward by a Detroit Tradesman player. We have a loud whistle. No attempt whatsoever, and Brad Allen will spend 10 minutes in the bin. Brad Allen went to Ferris State University. He's from Lake Orion. We'll spend 10 minutes of a rest here right after halftime.
Yeah, and referee, I mean, I think that it's fair to go ahead and have him sit for about 10 minutes there. He blatantly, I mean, that could have easily been a line break for the Chicago Blaze. That set up between the 10 between Smith and Martinez really could have gotten them some go forward there. So it's a fair call, and it's fair to upgrade it to a yellow there for the tradesmen. Just unfortunate because twice now they're having to play with 14 people on the pitch.
And going quick are the Blaze. They want to take advantage of this. Good choice might have been to go for the scrum there. They would have to replace a player. Would the tradesman, as that one goes, a little wraparound there. Winds up on the ground, just bobbles. Referee's fine with it, so Shaw's going to take it to the ground. Salinas. Nice run, ball in one hand there. The Blaze on the move across the 22. Crowd of tradesman defenders are going to take down that player. Leave it to be Marmo.
Back,
ball on the ground.
Hold, Blue.
Cross they come, looking for another runner. They're at the width here. Caleb Stanley takes it in.
You're not on the ball, 12. Hold.
Ball across Willie Almodovar. Gets taken to the ground.
Stop.
He didn't just get taken on that one, John. I mean, that was quick from Leatherman to bring him to ground.
On the ball, he's on the ball.
That's Caleb Stanley. Had my second rows mixed up for a second there. Stanley kicked it in. He had the big run a moment ago. Jason Shaw working their way towards the try line. Bell is going to come in and clean that one up. Nice pass across here. Ball went into touch. There'll be a lineup for the tradesmen after all that good work, but they have put the tradesmen deep in their own territory, Darian, so a bit to work from here.
And the tradesmen, I mean, at the beginning of the half, we saw them win that kick battle, really pinned the Blaze down in their own end, and then the Blaze at multiple phases. Tradesmen even had somebody go to the bench and sit for 10, and they were still somehow able to band together and give a defensive stance.
Ball up and over, winds up in the hands of Zachariah Hudson. Salinas trying to rip that one away. Player gets to the ground.
Blue
The tradesmen from their own try-zone. Put that one a touch. Get a bit of a good return, but it'll be a line out here for the Blaze.
And that's a good kick, too. About 40 meters of space was gained from that kick alone for the tradesmen here. So they definitely get a second to breathe after the Blaze. I mean, they really were starting to stoke that fire some. But the tradesmen defense, I mean, they are getting some stellar textbook tackles there, getting the players quick to ground. And the quicker you can get them to ground, I mean, the harder it is for them to build that momentum again. They're doing a good job on the defense.
Midfield line. Looking to break through. Was that a high tackle? Referee is okay with it.
You have high. Advantage, high tackle.
Assistant referee not all right with it. So we'll come back with a call. They have an advantage. Away they go through Jaden Miller.
Blue, keep coming.
Yeah.
Salinas. Blaze all the possession so far in the first 5 minutes of the second half. That one spills forward. We'll come back for the penalty.
We're high. We're high.
Yeah, it was debatable, and even from up here, I was like, that would be real sad if they weren't able to give that high tackle just based off of the body height. So tradesmen, yet again, 5 minutes in, will they do it again like what we saw in the first half of continual penalties, or will they clean it up so then the Blaze don't get this whole bunch of meters?
Wide pass goes to the second runner, probably unintentionally. Little spin move there at the 40-meter line again. Blaze continuing to power forward. Koenig makes that tackle.
Here, hold. Use it.
Ball to Jason Shaw. There to Caleb Stanley. First 5 minutes of this half, a couple of big runs for him. It goes to Bell at the first receiver spot. Puts it in behind the dummy runner.
Use it, White.
Bell again in that first receiver spot. Little tip pass to his front row partner there, Shaw. Shaw finds his way between a couple of defenders. They're going to go back down the left. Salinas look for it. Salinas is off on his own. Salinas is near. Salinas sees it. In the try zone goes Renee Salinas touching down. Renee Salinas gets 5 on the board, so we're all tied up at 12. Kick from nearly right in front. Great second half building here.
One of my favorite things to do whenever you start to see that your defense is getting really worried about those outsides is, as a forward, I mean, being able to look up and see that the interior defense isn't staying put. We saw them at the beginning. I mean, it was kind of a minor detail, but their interior defense was extremely slow, or they were leaving open spaces. And Salinas finally sees it here. We see just, I mean, total disregard for that A spot. Referee was more in space to be a defender rather than the tradesman. And I mean, just taking the eyes off of Salinas for just a split second down here in the 22, he only needed a little bit of space to make it work, and he does. And now, I mean, finally, the Chicago Blaze look like they have the ability to tip the lead.
And they are in the lead, 14-12. The Blaze over the tradesmen, first lead of the game. 7.5 minutes go on. Work to do here for the shorthanded tradesmen. Let's move on in this Midwest D3 Championship. Go ahead, Darian.
I mean, it's a lot of work for both teams, right? 14-12, we're only talking about a 2-point difference here. The tradesmen and the Blaze, though, they have two different things that they need to work on, right? Tradesmen, we're going to keep on talking about it because we already have somebody in the sin bin. It's the discipline, right? The back chatter, the more focus on the referee rather than your game plan. And then from there, the Blaze need to just band together and really find ways to break the mold of the tradesman defense. I mean, both sides right now are truly giving it everything that they have.
Ball in tradesman hands. Joshua Clement. Ball there to Muto. Saad kicks that one forward, gets blocked by a couple people. It's going to come back to the Blaze. Salinas, the try scorer, goes the other way. Caleb Stanley, a key runner, gets up all the ground. It bobbles, but they're fine. Shaw's going to clean that one up. and going to draw a penalty. Looked like there was a trip in there, Darian.
And yeah, again, I mean, whether or not they are committing penalties, which again, I think that one was also fair too. It's just that right now, I mean, they are under not just a magnifying glass, but I mean a microscope, right? Like referee has already sent 2 of their players to the bench. He's already talked to the captain. He's basically talked to every player on the team at this point about the back chatter. So Tradesmen, I mean, it's just a matter of what's it going to take for the side to buy into it at this point, John. I mean, I really don't know how for them to improve the discipline whenever, I mean, all the stops that the referee could have pulled out, he already did.
Patrick Fight, the referee, wants the Tradesmen to stop impeding on the space here. A little gamesmanship from Sam Lilly. Ball goes up, taken by Kevin Marmo. Hits coming in, getting a little tempers frayed out there, but they're still on the move, are the Blaze. Tradesmen sent you without the ball in this half. First 10 minutes. That one taken back inside the 22, so they have to keep it in the field of play. Quinn Murray scored that late try, chips that one ahead, looks at a little open space there. He was in front of the 22, but in front of the 50, so he has to go with that. Moving on into the try zone. Did he get it? He touched it down. What an individual bit of work there from Quinn Murray to touch it down for the Detroit Tradesmen.
That was like slap your grandma good. I mean, honestly, that probably should not have happened by any means. You saw from the backfield that there wasn't anybody home that was coming in for the Blaze. A lot of time, the ball was just kind of sitting there in the middle for anybody to pick up. And from there, just the ability to look up, see the space, perfectly time the kick, and then to have the fitness and the work rate to finish it. Ball sits here for a minute here in the middle. He looks up, sees that there's nobody at home, and he's right. There's nothing but green space here. We see the scrum half for the Blaze try and turn around here, but this skill alone gets him just a second of time, and then he just falls on the ball, gets 5 on the board, and the Tradesmen are back on top.
Lead changes galore here in the second half. Just over 10 minutes gone. The Tradesmen retake the lead with a short-handed team. That one was no good, so we're going to stay at 17-14. 3 points in it here. Plenty of time for the Blaze.
That's quite a statement that comes in for the Tradesmen. Like you said, they are playing with one of their props who's still having a sit down on the outside. Allen has been there for about 8 minutes. He should be back on in a minute or two. It looks like the chair's empty, so they might be at full strength again, the Tradesmen. But what a way to really come back after the Blaze. I mean, they finally get a lead, and then the Tradesmen instantly shut them out.
Well taken by the Tradesmen. Right up the middle of the field. Gaining some ground. There's the 40-meter line.
Blue, retreat, stop.
Inside the Blaze 22. Little step, a lot of defenders. Going to have to make sure he keeps his feet there. Tradesmen in and over that. Can they pry this ball away? Referee sees it coming back to the Blaze. And George Bell is going to step one player. Driven back inside their 22. Blaze under territorial pressure here. Tradesmen would love to extend this lead. Salinas a little show of the ball, but meets Zachariah Hudson. He's going to introduce him to the ground. Ball comes back again. Stanley in the receiver position. That one was tipped, so it's anybody's ball here just inside the 22. Comes up into Brad Allen's hands, back on the field, as Darian pointed out, and making it happen. Ball comes across the middle, past to no one in particular. Harajli gets it, and there's nothing but space. And Adam Saad is going to touch that one down. Runs towards the corner to make the kick harder for himself for some reason, but 5 points on the board nonetheless.
I was just fixing to say maybe work it to the middle a little bit more because, I mean, 22-14 right now. Tradesmen can sit a little bit more comfortably here because, I mean, the Blaze right now, they keep getting pinned down in this end off of the kicks and open play. And rather than returning it, I mean, the decision for Smith to try and dance his way out of that situation puts the Blaze under a lot of pressure. They're going to have to start using the boot a bit more, especially seeing as how that seems to be a tool in the toolbox for the Tradesmen, or they're going to have to find better ways to support each other off of those kicks. But yeah, I mean, this one, 22-14, he's really going to have to slot this one through because, I mean, we still have a lot of rugby to play today.
We certainly do have a lot of rugby to play today. You see field 2 up above you. Plenty of rugby on both fields out here in Lamont, Illinois. Home of the Chicago Blaze hosting this Midwest Rugby Union event. That kick is no good, 22-14. Tradesmen in the lead.
And it all started over with a brilliant turnover that came in from Allen on this right-hand side. And this is why we say that off of a turnover, move the ball away from the pressure area as quick as you can, right? The attack is not expecting to go on defense to have that turnaround there, which means that space is usually a little bit wider there. Tradesmen do a beautiful job of just getting it to the space, and the right bounce of the ball gets in the 5.
Blaze, a little bit of a low driving kick to the 22. Get us started again here. Tradesmen, 2 tries in a row there. In the lead, ball back to Muto. Muto finds a forward runner. Saw the try scorer. Nice little flat pass there into the hands of one of his waiting players.
This is honestly probably one of the best attacking positions that the Blaze have truly been in. I mean, they did really well in open play to get those first 5 on the board at the start of the half, but now it's just about building those phases like we talked about. They have started to use the out-the-back pass more, but then once you use the out-the-back, the second piece of that layer is they've got to find ways to change the angles or increase the speed on those outskirts.
Ball in here. Blaze, a little pressure coming off from Detroit. We have an advantage here. Must be some sort of scrum penalty there. And looking to get through the middle of the line, they do. Off they go to the Chicago Blaze. Board chart took that one in. Referee letting me know the advantage is still there. Salinas gets a pass out there. Good outside defense. Slows it down a little bit and continue down the short side. Pretty good set of defense there. They get it up to the dangerous Caleb Stanley. Jason Brusa takes that one in. Impact player on the field now. Looking for some steps. Getting a hit are the Blaze. That'll tick your ribs there from Koenig. Good tackles again coming from the Tradesmen. Blaze going back just a little bit here, down 22-14. More than a converted try, so need points. Plenty of time. 17 minutes gone. Over 20 to go. Caleb Stanley looking for the ball. Caleb Stanley buries his head, gets himself in there. Sam Lilly stuck one of the Blaze players. Just kind of holding him in there. Referee not seeing that as a penalty as Brusa goes back in. Little wriggle forward. Japsic Schuler is going to take that one in. Arthur Bell. Ball out the back. Does that space open up? It does not. Well tackled there, Leatherman. But illegally, we have a penalty. No wrap according to the referee, so penalty here. Salinas Sotomayor going quick, but player down. Arthur Bell being attended to there. So we'll slow down for just a second here.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really tough blow to the Chicago Blaze side. I mean, Bell has truly been such a crucial part of their attack. They're always leading from the front with the ball. And it looks like he's pretty uncomfortable there down on the ground.
He's had a good game, has the big man.
Time is off. Your play. Time is still very much off. Yes. Fellas, time is still very much off. We have a player down. Relax.
Phil holding his shoulder there.
Good game, Skip.
Bell going to come off for the remainder of that one. We'll hope he's okay. He's been a lot of fun to watch here today. Captain of the team.
Where's 10? Is 10 still on? Is he my captain now? 10, are you my captain now? Okay.
And that's just really unfortunate, especially seeing as how right now it seems like the Blaze, they really need some heart and some confidence here. So those finishers that are coming on now for those final 20 minutes, I mean, they've got to start revving the engine and buying into it and getting to go forward. It just seems like right now Blaze, I mean, their attack is just getting real flat and real tired. And the Tradesmen just seem to know who's getting the ball and when to smash.
Speaking of smash, Caleb Stanley goes right in, takes that one down. Ball back for Salinas.
Backwards.
Went back. Salinas has to clean up the dirty ball he had, but he wasn't tackled there. He's a nifty little player there. Player that tackled him down with a bit of a penalty, or a bit of an injury. Player just too close to the play there.
It's going to be a yellow card on 6. 2 high tackles in 30 seconds and 3 in the last 5 minutes. It's going to be a yellow card on 6 once he's up.
Player is going to get another yellow card here. The Tradesmen, they're disciplined, a little worried, even though they're up by 8 points at the moment.
And that's the worst, too.
Ken, be careful about that conversation right there.
Miyamoto might be the one who's down on the ground. Looks like he's up, but he's going to instantly have to walk it off there for another yellow. And, ooh, that's just unfortunate there. But they talked about the tackle height here, and referee has been very blatant about what he's expecting whenever these teams go into tackles. And twice he gets clobbed from the side, and somehow Salinas gets up and, you know, still has the hair, isn't even roughed up at all, ready to rock and roll here. So, yeah, the Tradesmen, yeah, again, I mean, they've played majority of this game with only 14 players on the field.
They go to Stanley again. Stanley wriggles out of a couple tackles. 22. Does not like to go to the ground.
Tackle. Hold, please. Hold.
Got the runner through the middle of the field.
Let me manage it, 12. Release, tackle.
Across the 22 they go. The Blaze good with ball in hand here. They patiently through the phases they go. Stanley again, really featuring in this second half. Player down for this Tradesman team, so technically 13 on the field at the moment. He's back up and ready to go. Salinas finds some runners. Player stopped up, a couple players down there. Brad Allen as well. That ball slips. Was it kicked forward? Whose is it? Referee says it's fine to play with. We have a rip backwards there from the Tradesman. Taken down eventually by Hudson, his 6-year-old son Noah, his biggest cheerleader, watching this game. As the Tradesmen are going to kick that one away. Should have a line out here for the Blaze, but players strewn across the field at the moment. We'll see who is going to get up. Bit of wear and tear taking it to these people in the 60th minute here, Darian.
I mean, they've torn each other up this whole game. I mean, there is something to be said about the physicality that has happened for both sides here on the pitch. I mean, the Tradesmen, to me, their tackling has just been absolutely superb. Really, I mean, we've seen some monstrous hits that have come in for them. And the Chicago Blaze, they're just that flat attack that they have in the back line. I haven't seen the wings or the outside center with the ball much in open play. And that 10 to 12 connection between Smith and Martinez, they've really got to find ways to make it so that they're distributors rather than crashers here. It's just, I mean, the forwards for the Blaze right now, really having to do a lot of work, and they're running out of steam here alongside the Tradesmen of having to play a lot of defense.
Blaze players coming in the line out. Referees going to stop this one up.
Close the gap, set your tunnel up where they are.
Referee getting some things cleaned up. See Benjamin Kipp wearing number 16 in the game there. Up to the front they go, but Sam Lilly has other ideas. Takes that one down. So Tradesmen ball at their own 22. Big run here from the Tradesmen. Kind of space they're looking for, and not looking to take that one down. Away they go. Clement did not want to stop. Had a player outside of him. Harajli might have been wise to go to the speedster, but they're going to still have the ball here. Fighting their way towards the line. Have the lead. Up 8 points. Detroit Tradesmen. Little pass back in. Are they the try zone? They are. And the impact player, Joe Bargerstock, is going to touch that one down. Bargerstock from West Bloomfield is in the try zone. Another 5 points here for the Tradesmen. Looking strong at the moment, Darian.
Bargerstock did not stop on that line break. I mean, we'll watch it from here. The nice little Sonny B. Williams pass that comes in. Take a look here. They set up the platform well. Things look good. They've got some space. And the defense looks good from the Blaze here. But what happens here is that they drift, and it just allows them to get just a skosh flat-footed there. And then from there, it's bully time. Getting over the line for another 5. And the Tradesmen right now putting some nails in the coffin against the Blaze.
Saad here with a pretty straight shot. Gonna hit that one. They'll go to 29. The hill getting higher here for the Blaze. They have a lot of work to do in these next 18 minutes. Blaze to get this one started. Ball comes down to the Tradesmen. Tackle, ball comes loose. It's in Blaze hands. They're at the 22.
Boys, leave it now, leave it.
Crossfield they come. Looking for that space. Looking for those points. Araja gets stepped, but player loses the ball forward. Come back and be a scrum here for the Tradesmen. Bit of hard luck there for this Chicago Blaze team.
And the time that they finally do get it out wide, they have a knock on from McDonald there, the 15. And I mean, that just, at this point, you can't even blame the Tradesmen for that one. That was just an error that happened. Now they're just going to have to do a lot more work, John. I mean, 14-29 here. That was prime time for them to score, to really start to get themselves to have a seat at the table. Right now, I just think that the Tradesmen are sitting pretty high and mighty up there, and I mean, for good reason.
They are looking pretty good. Ball in. Is that going to get taken away by the Blaze? It is indeed. Tight head there. Salinas has it. Salinas had the referee in front of him, but finds some space. He can run. Gets his way through. Player didn't quite release all the way, but that's going to come back to the Blaze anyway. Eric Schuler is going to take this one. Salinas getting himself back in the action. Directing his forwards. They're going to go off to that right-hand side, looking for some points. 15 minutes to go in this D3 championship, Midwest Championship. Winners move on to the USA Rugby Championships playoff series. We have an offsides advantage here for the Blaze.
Time is off. You two, here. You two, come here.
Another conversation here.
You're over here. I don't need you. I'm talking to these two players. Back. Boys, we're not playing rugby over here. We're taking it from the side. I had to take your advantage away. Stop this now.
Conversation with players. Raji already has a yellow card, Darian, so he's got to be very careful. Salinas.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Going again. Player ripped away there for the Tradesmen, but they're at their own line. Ball in and ball in the hands and over. Eric Dapchin-Schuler's going to touch that one down. The 33-year-old gets 5 points. Game on, 10 points in, a kick to come.
And oh my Lanta, did they need that one. I mean, the Blaze were praying for it, asking for it, begging for it at one point for the Tradesmen to finally break the defense, and they find it just for a split second off of that penalty there. Beautiful way to move the ball to space there. Selena sees that there is some availability, some real estate to the left-hand side there. Oh, and then this lock, I mean, he's been incredible throughout this half. But right here, you just see they're moving it through the pick and goes now, utilizing the forwards, taking the time, and then manages somehow to get it on the post. And that's fair game there for him to dot it down right by the line. And so, I mean, 5 now for the Blaze. Time is dwindling, though, that's for sure.
Kick was good there. 29-21. You hear the referee say it. It's going to come up on our score bug. 8 points in it. 13 minutes or so left in this one.
You're up 8, 14 minutes.
Inside the 22. Ball up here. Little spin move from the Blaze. Blaze powering their way forward. Still a man advantage.
Blue, hold back.
Stanley puts that pass out. Did it go forward off the hands? It did not. Referee's happy with it. Garrett Mumaw takes that one in, but that one's knocked on. So scrum here for the Tradesmen.
And we're about 30 meters outside of there. When you're down in this end, it's just really risky business to pass the ball there. They want to maintain possession as best as they can. And that error is going to give the Tradesmen prime real estate on a pretty good attacking platform on this left-hand side.
Muto to put this one in. You see Clement at number 8 position there, wearing the number 16 jersey. Looking in behind. See what he can find for room. Clement off the back. Rounding a couple. Looking for someone to pass to, but just finds the space. Gets in behind. Some momentum here for the Tradesmen. Ball popped up there to Moala. Saad gets on to Harajli. Harajli just pushing that one out. Knocked on, so Blaze ball here.
19, stop right now. Stop right now.
And it looks like referee is not very happy with number 19 for the Chicago Blaze. I mean, I just think maybe everybody thinks he's so cool that everybody wants to talk to him throughout this match. But, like, it's time to focus on the game here. 29 to 21. The Chicago Blaze, they've got a lot bigger fish to fry rather than trying to talk about a call here. They need to score about 2 tries or convert a try and then get a penalty to beat the Tradesmen. I mean, it's time to focus on that. 10 minutes are left.
Stay bound, stay bound, stay bound.
Little wraparound play. They bring it back in the middle, looking for some space, but it does not quite materialize. Player could have been able to hit that. A little more pace might have been different. Space through the middle there. Harajli on the tackle, jars the ball loose. Referee spots the knock on from the Blaze. It's going to be a Tradesman scrum.
And somehow he manages to stay on the ball there, so it's not a high tackle there. Referee totally happy with that height, and it's agreeable there too. But it's just unfortunate that he's not able to hold onto the ball now. Time is now ticking away, and the Tradesmen, I mean, they really only have to keep possession away from the Blaze for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, as the time it ticks off the clock, every second works in this Tradesman team favor. Here's some excited fans watching this one.
Somebody give her a microphone. What is she saying?
Ball in the middle of the field. Little pop-up pass there. Muto. Man has been barreling his way through these defenses. Gets to the 40-meter line. But has the ball been ripped away? Player has rights to it and not released. Penalty here for the Blaze. Well done. Opportunity for them.
And you can hear what it means in Selena's. Yeah.
Gets that ball over the top. Was that one flat? Referee says yes. Blaze on the move. 8 points down. Need more than a converted try to win this one. Big collision in the middle of the field. Player held up. Gets his knees to the ground. Going to have to release. Still Blaze ball. Salinas. Gets the ball out there, but not well handled by Martinez. Tradesmen have the ball in their hands. A lock kick there, however. This could change some things. Nice run. Here come the Blaze looking for the offload. They're at the 22. You see that scrambling defense coming from the Tradesmen. They have some work to do. Towards the touchline they go. Comes back to Detroit. Well recovered. Going to have to be a little more sure of the kick. Got some more depth there for Saad. He puts a deep one down, finds green grass inside the 22. Blaze is going to have to work from deep in their own end. Little dummy, they're on the move. There's the 40, there's the collision.
Some turf monsters out there, John.
There are. Pass in over the top there. Isolated player, hauled in a touch. Real Tradesman line out here. Just an error from the Blaze, putting the ball into an isolated player's hands and Austin McDonald.
I was just fixing to say, how dare they do that to McDonald? There was a 1v4 there for the Blaze, and they decided to move it to the right-hand side when that means that there's space on the left-hand side. If there's 4 against 1 attacker, then there's got to be space. And right now, John, I mean, the fatigue for me is really what's being the difference maker between here. The Blaze just haven't been able to keep up with the speed nor the physicality of the Tradesmen, and it's just unfortunate them. They did put on a brave effort, but, I mean, the Tradesmen right now, they just have been totally devastating throughout this game.
And they have 7 minutes to keep this up. They're shearing towards the touchline, but that ball still around. Koenig is going to hand it off. Dummy run back in. Quick ball from Muto. A little chip over the top from Harajli. Looking to take this one himself. Ball bounces in behind him. Taken down by the Blaze. Little slip of the ball there. Going to be a scrum for the Tradesmen. 6.5 minutes to go. Exactly what they want.
There's bodies everywhere.
There certainly
Slow
is.
to get up. Slow to move. And I mean, the thing is that with like club rugby, right, we're asking these grown adults to come out here and smash each other on a Saturday when they work like full-time jobs, have families. They just do it because they love the sport here. And so you can see the disappointment and the sadness there whenever you didn't perform or didn't do what you wanted to do. But I mean, the fact that these men are out here playing on a Saturday, balling with the bros, I mean, to me, even though the Blaze are going to walk away a little disappointed, I mean, both sides to me really put on a performance for the Midwest.
Ball out the back. Clement takes that one to the ground. Blaze try to come in over that one. Ball comes back into the hands of Quinn Murray. Quinn Murray goes to that boot again, but it gets blocked. We're going to come back for a knock-on. Referee holding his original advantage here. Nothing gained.
Can we just talk about how I think on the front row, it seems like the only front row player who stayed in the whole game, and you got to give a shout out to him always, is the number 3, Hudson, for the Tradesmen. Looks like every other front row sub has been subbed out, and somehow this man has stayed strong in the match, and that's incredible.
Continues to go. Yeah, we're talking about Hudson. 6-year-old son Noah watching on.
Noah, your dad's great. He played a whole rugby game.
Went to Oakland University from Pontiac, Michigan. A little bobbly ball there. Gets set back and forth. Winds up coming straight out the tunnel before it gets to a second row. So we'll set this one down again.
It gave me like foosball vibes in that scrum with the ball kind of getting thrashed around like that. You don't think that they could be re-scrumming because they are a little tired, right?
Yeah, it could be. I think the tradesmen are more than happy to lean into these. We're under 4 minutes to go in the game clock. 8 points in it for the tradesmen. D3 Midwest Championship on the line. Muto, Saad. Saad finds a seam. Saad bounces off of one. Did he step into touch is the question, and he did. So it'll be a line out here for the Blaze. That would have sealed it. Saad just danced in a touch.
And, I mean, you were talking about how he was ripping at the seams. I mean, he literally almost ripped the pants off that one there. That would have been really it for the Chicago Blaze if he somehow would have managed around. It's a really good scrum from the tradesman. And then it's just, I mean, simple 1v1 there, dropping the shoulder. But it's just enough to make it so that he doesn't get 5 points on the board.
Ball up and over, but in the Blaze hands. 3 minutes over a converted try they need. Down the left-hand side. They play a bit of tight, piston-powered rugby there, just pushing the ball forward with their 1 through 8. Might want to think about going a little wider here. They need some points, and they need them quick. As James Moscato takes that one in. The workhorse Caleb Stanley can't get that one away. Comes back to the tradesman maybe, or it's a penalty.
Oh, a lot going on here, and Salinas, I mean, just always ready to play.
Ball into the hands of Harajli. He was right in that passing lane there, trying to push himself forward. Just gets across the 22. Here come the tradesmen. Nice break there. That should seal it. Clement is going to touch that one down and do the flip. It should be game over here for the tradesmen.
Looked cool until he coasted in. But right here, just a beautiful straight line. Being able to just kind of milk it some. He knows that there's nobody at home once he breaks through there. The Chicago Blaze just getting caught real flat-footed. Nice little flip, but it's the end for me. The skirt,
yep.
Pulling up. I mean, and he's had an incredible game for the tradesman alone. We've said his name multiple times throughout this broadcast. And I mean, for him to get 5 on the board there, seal the deal against the Blaze, I mean, it makes sense for the number 16, that's for sure.
And that kick was good. So Blaze will get us restarted 34-21. We're 1 minute on the game clock. Could be a little bit of referee's time here, but the tradesmen will most likely be your D3 Midwest Championship. Move on into the USA Rugby playoff system. Ball down to the tradesman, Sam Lilly. Another key player for this tradesman team. Ball goes back, Quinn Murray. Hang that one high up into the sky here. Taken by the Blaze. 15 seconds on the game clock. Looking for the run, going from their own end. Christian Kemp puts a little pass away. Player in there, maybe isolated. Referee says everything's fine. Let's play. It's still in Blaze hands. Caleb Stanley gets the ball to Ben Kipp. Blaze still on the move here. We're in the red. We're in referee's time. Offsides there against the tradesmen. We're definitely not done. Big run coming from the Blaze. Salinas looking for another one. They're right at the try line there. Out they come. Little pass back inside. Not going to work there for Kip. Ball comes back to the Tradesmen. Big tackle at the 22. Collision coming at the 40. And the referee's going to see the knock on, and he's going to whistle that one. 34-21, the Detroit Tradesmen are your Midwest Rugby Football Union D3 champion for 2025. Well played by the Blaze, but the Tradesmen are going to pull it away. Darian, quite a matchup.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like both sides really showed out and showed a lot of determination and a lot of grit. It was nothing short of bruising and brutal for both sides here, but to me, the Tradesmen, just their ability to remain on defense, really have a defensive launch. Their discipline lacked a lot throughout the matchup. They're going to have to clean that up as they move forward in the competition, but the Tradesmen definitely were tough, and I mean, that's why they end up on top 34-21.
All right, stay tuned at noon Central, 1 Eastern. It's going to be Chicago North Shore versus Pittsburgh Forge. The Division I Women's Champion Darian will be bringing you that one with Lance Kavanaugh. I'll be back at 2 Central, 3 Eastern with the Men's D1 Championship, Chicago Lions versus St. Louis Bombers. Next Level Rugby, we're going to step aside here. We'll be back with more action in just a few minutes.